Among a parade of witnesses, 12 testifying over 5 days, the president's former Russia advisor, Fiona Hill, who debunked the conspiracy theory that Ukraine interfered in the 2016 election to help Democrats. But today, the president touted that theory again.
You know, the FBI has never gotten that server. That's a big part of this whole thing. Why did they give it to a Ukrainian company? That's what the word is.
This is a fictional narrative that has been perpetrated and propagated by the Russian security services themselves.
In fact, American intelligence officials in recent weeks briefed senators on Russia's years-long misinformation campaign to frame Ukraine for Moscow's hacking. And as House Democrats move closer to an impeachment vote, the president is firing back.
We had a tremendous week with the hoax, you know, the great hoax. They call it the impeachment hoax. And that's really worked out incredibly well, and we have tremendous support.
In that nearly hour-long phone call with Fox News, President Trump saying he welcomes an impeachment trial in the Senate if the House votes to move forward.
Frankly, I want a trial. Number one, they should never, ever impeach.
President Trump also delivering his take on David Holmes, the embassy aide in Ukraine, who says he overheard that cell phone conversation where he says the president asked Ambassador Gordon Sondland for an update on the, quote, investigation.
It was quite loud when the president came on, quite distinctive.
I can't hear when and you could be 2 feet away. I can't hear people making calls. I can't hear the other side. That was a total phony deal.
Meanwhile, this mysterious tweet from former National Security Advisor John Bolton, who's now back on Twitter, claiming the White House refused to return access to my personal Twitter account. Out of fear of what I might say, the White House tonight says it did not block the account.
And Peter, we're also hearing about the Justice Department's internal Watchdog report into the FBI's investigation of the Trump campaign. What's it saying?
Yeah, Lester, that's right. Sources familiar with that report due out next month say it will accuse lower-level FBI officials of mistakes, including in applying for court permission for surveillance of a Trump campaign advisor. But they say it discounts claims of FBI bias.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.